What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. For those of you new to the channel, my name is Vince Warburton and this is VW Fitness. I do fitness tech, supplement reviews, and lifestyle videos every single week. If that is something you're interested in, make sure you hit that subscribe and bell. And as most of you guys may or may not know, we are right into day 3 of Vlogmas. Again, I know it's not a vlog, they're review videos, but we are basically pushing out a video every single day all the way up until Christmas. Today we are going to talk about this Beyond Raw Lit AF pre-workout. It did come in the GNC Pro box that I did a full unboxing or kind of review of. You guys can hit the card here if you want to check that out. But basically, I have not taken the Beyond Raw Lit AF pre-workout. I did receive one of these in their Summer Pro box. Never got around to really taking it. Wasn't really interested in taking it. I think a lot of the GNC products are pretty underdosed. This is an interesting one. We'll get into it. As you guys may or may not know, we like to break down the supplement review into 3 different parts. We talk about number 1, price, 2, the label ingredient breakdown, and lastly, the taste. Taste is kind of the least important thing for me personally. I always like to disclose that. With that disclosure, I also like to let you guys know that this review is completely unpaid, unbiased, and it's completely honest and just really my opinion on the pre-workout, kind of how I feel. And we'll talk about all the effects and kind of how the workout goes after the workout. All right, so let's just jump right into it, guys. Price, this comes in at $44.99 right off GNC's website. That is only 20 servings, so the price per serving comes out to about $2.25 per serving. That is almost one of the worst pricings that I've ever seen. Obviously, I've seen some pre-workout that's all the way up to $2.50, but on my consistent scale, this is above most 90% of all the pre-workout reviews that I've done. This is over $2. It's just really overpriced in my honest opinion. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5. I think it's terribly overpriced. Now, I know there are a lot of deals with the GNC products. This is an actual GNC product. So I know they do a lot of like special deals with those, but on this channel, I like to keep it consistent and just look at the baseline price right off the website, Amazon, etc. So with this, I think it's overpriced. 1 out of 5. I'll just kind of leave it at that. Let's move right into the label ingredient breakdown, guys. We're looking at 22.75 gram scoop. That includes 19.05 grams of actives. I would say that's a pretty good dose. I've kind of looked at this already, and I think that the majority of it is actually dosed pretty well. So let's just jump right into it. We start out with 8 grams of L-citrulline malate, 2-to-1 ratio. I think that's a good amount. You know, like I've kind of said in past videos, me personally, I prefer L-citrulline to the citrulline malate. You know, you're roughly getting about 5.5 grams of just raw citrulline, and I think that's a good amount. I mean, I like to see at least 6, but I think anywhere between 4 and 6 is a good amount for really anybody. That's just kind of my own personal opinion, my take on citrulline. Next up, we have 3.2 grams of the carnosine beta-alanine. This is what's going to give you those tingles. A lot of people don't like that itchy kind of feeling with 3.2 grams. There is a really good chance that you will more than likely get those beta-alanine tingles. For me personally, I like that. This is dosed properly right at 3.2 grams, so that's always good to see. We have 2.5 grams of the beta-power betaine anhydrous. Again, this is properly dosed. You know, I see a lot of pre-workouts that try to do 2 grams or even 1.5. This is properly dosed at 2.5, which is great. 2 grams of micronized creatine as creatine monohydrate. I've said this about pretty much every pre-workout, and I stand by this still to this day. I think that the majority of pre-workouts should have creatine in there. I get why they don't do it necessarily, is because a lot of people don't want to deal with the bloating and some of the negative issues that come with creatine. For me personally, though, I don't really get those negative side effects that, you know, a lot of people do get. So for me, it doesn't really bother me, and I would prefer to see it in the pre-workout. So I'm glad to see it in this product. We have 1.5 grams of the nitrosagine in here, which is another pump kind of product. I've seen this in a few other pre-workouts. I think that is a good dose. Honestly, 1.5 to 2 grams is kind of where I like to see that number. We have 1 gram of taurine. We've talked about taurine a ton on the channel. Kind of synergizes with caffeine, kind of helps everything move along. And with that being said, we have 300 milligrams of the caffeine blend, which is going to include 250 milligrams of the caffeine anhydrous and then 50 milligrams of the targeted release or an extended kind of release. I did skip one here. We have 400 milligrams of the peak ATP, again, going to help with maximizing the most power output that we can get out of our pre-workout. That is a really good amount. 400 milligrams is a good amount. The one thing on here that I think is a little bit low is the alpha GPC, which is the last ingredient on here at 150 milligrams. I would have liked to seen at least 300. That's for me personally. I think when you start putting a lot of stims, and this is not a very stim heavy pre-workout in my opinion. I'm used to taking a lot of stim. For someone that is just getting into pre-workouts, I think they might think this is a lot of stim, but there's not a lot of other ingredients in here that are stimulant based. In terms of the label ingredient breakdown, guys, I'm honestly pretty happy with it. It's not amazing. It's not anything really that special to me, and I've said this in past videos. I really like to see pre-workouts that kind of throw in something different, or they're maximizing, you know, different levels of certain ingredients or whatever it might be. That's what kind of sets them apart. Obviously, GNC is a huge company. They have a ton of box stores all around the US. And so yeah, I mean, everything's fully disclosed. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's still a pretty good label. I think the majority of everything in here is actually dosed pretty well. And I'm pretty happy with that. So let's jump right into taste, guys. We have the apple juiced flavor. Again, I've never taken any of these products. So it recommends 10 ounces of water. So we went right at 10. It is a pretty light powder substance, I would say, more than anything. We'll give this a nice good shake. So it's really interesting. Quite a bit of foam here as well. Everything, I would say, mixed pretty well. A little bit of some grains on the bottom. Actually, a little bit more than usual. You know, that's not a big problem for me personally. Usually, like I said, I just kind of slam these back and then I go hit the gym. Okay. Definitely tastes like an apple cider. I will say that right off the bat. It's right on point with what the flavor is, apple juice. Personally, it is very apple cidery. It's very apparent. You can obviously see it. It looks like an apple juice kind of color. It's a little bit sweet for me personally. I can kind of push sweetness pretty far, and I'm okay with it, especially with artificial sweeteners, which I'm sure this does have in it. Overall, though, the mixability is pretty good. I do taste a little bit of that grains that are, you know, within the pre. Nothing like out of hand, and it doesn't taste bad. I think it's just a little sweet for me, and that would be my biggest complaint. But overall, the flavor is really good. It does taste like apple cider, which is nice. In terms of my rating, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I still think it's a really good pre. I don't think it's anything amazing. The texture of the juice is not, you know, 100% there. There are some grains in there that I can taste. I can feel it in the back of my throat. But overall, guys, I'm gonna smash this back. We're gonna head on over to the gym. I'm gonna do a big leg day. I'll come back and let you guys know what I thought of the effect. Kind of let you guys know how my workout went and if I would recommend this to you guys to pick up at your local GNC. We'll see you here in a few minutes.
2 hours later.
All right, guys, just came back from that 1 hour and 30-minute workout. Huge leg day, let me tell you. That was killer. Killer. I'm definitely gonna be feeling this the next few days. I'm not gonna be able to walk. It's kind of a good and a bad thing. So let's talk about the Beyond Raw Lit AF pre-workout, and let's just start out with the effects and kind of how I felt just going into the workout. I was pretty motivated to get to the gym. I did a 15-minute warm-up. I didn't really get the beta-alanine tingles. I didn't really feel like this intense stimulation, anything like that. I kind of expected that though. Given the ingredients on this pre-workout, it's a pretty simple, it's kind of your baseline ingredient kind of pre-workout. There's not really anything in here to me that really stands out, that's really like sets it apart from something else. You know, it is a GNC product. It's appealing to probably the masses, not necessarily someone that's a stim junkie or someone that's, you know, like myself, that's taking a lot of caffeine and stimulant-based pre-workouts. So for me personally, like I was able to push through. I got about halfway through my workout, probably about 30 or 40 minutes in, and I kind of just got into a slump. I was able to push through. I ended up finishing, like I said, I felt like I actually gave it my all. Leg day is kind of one of those tough ones for me where it's my favorite day, but it's also the most exhausting for me. I do have to extend my rest times. It's just the way it has to be for me. I can't, especially with the workout program that I'm doing. It was like a barbell squat with my toes on a plate and then right into a barbell squat with the plate underneath my heel, right into a barbell deadlift. Like those 3 moves in and of itself are massive moves. And for me, it just takes me a little bit more time to recover. So, you know, overall, like I said, I was able to push through. My overall rating in terms of effects, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. I think it's decent. I think for me personally, I'm looking for something a little more stimulant-based, especially after I come off of that TSN pre-jacked pre-workout. That thing was insane last night. I was feeling it until probably 10:30 at night. Totally different kind of way of going about things with this Lit AF. And obviously, like I said, it's targeted differently. And that's kind of the bigger thing here, I guess, guys, or my point would be, is to find a pre-workout that kind of matches where you're at with your supplements. Someone that's beginner, entry level, intermediate level, has taken a decent amount of pre-workout, you may want something a little bit stronger. If you're someone that's new, then this might be a great option. Give it a try. All right, so that's kind of where I stand with the Lit AF Beyond Raw pre-workout. Also, guys, if you guys have not picked up your VW Fitness official shaker cup, make sure you head on over to the website, www.vwfitness.club, and hit that shop button. Just letting you guys know that the sale is extended until December 10th. That's right, so $3 off every single bottle if you guys order 2 or more bottles, free shipping, so don't forget about that. And also free samples, guys. Make sure you go ahead and order some of those. All you gotta do is pay for shipping. I'm literally not taking any money from that. It's literally just to pay for the shipping to get those out to you guys. And I promise you, they will go out as soon as you place the order. So I appreciate you guys doing that. Make sure you hit me up. Let me know what samples you're looking for, and we'll put something nice together for you, and you guys can give those a try. So anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe and bell for notifications. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.